Across the globe and in the nooks and crannies of the world lie communities that inhabit some of the most bizarre and extraordinary places imaginable. From underground cities carved out of rock to floating islands made out of reeds, these unique homes showcase the remarkable adaptability some people have. Join me for the top 15 weirdest places where people actually live. Starting with number 15, Comoros. Comoros is an archipelago nation in southeastern Africa. It sits at the northern tip of the Mozambique Channel in the Indian Ocean. Moroni, the largest city, serves as both the capital and the heartbeat of the country. Since declaring independence from France on July 6, 1975, the Comoros has been navigating its unique position as the sole Arab League member in the Southern Hemisphere. As part of the African Union, the Comoros boasts a diverse cultural landscape with 3 official languages, Shikomori, French, and Arabic. Now, despite being the 3rd smallest African country by area at 1,659 square kilometers, Comoros faces creates a demographic complexity with almost half of the population under the age of 15. Urbanization is on the rise, with major centers like Moroni, Mitsamiauli, and Mustamudu shaping the country's landscape. Now, interestingly, a considerable Comorian diaspora, numbering between 200,000 and 350,000 individuals, has found a home in France, underscoring the global reach of this small yet distinct nation. Number 14, the Pitcairn Islands. So the Pitcairn Islands, a remote group of volcanic islands in the southern Pacific Ocean, constitute the exclusive British overseas territory in that region. Consisting of 4 islands, Pitcairn, Henderson, Ducie, and Oino, these scattered land masses cover around 46 square kilometers in total. That's not much. Despite Henderson Island dominating the land area at 86% of it, only Pitcairn Island is inhabited. The closest neighbors are an island in French Polynesia located 688 kilometers to the west, and Easter Island, situated about acknowledges that repopulation is its primary strategic development objective. In an effort to address the demographic challenge, the government is actively working to attract migrants to the island. The impact of the population decline is evident, with only 2 births on Pitcairn in the last 2 decades leading up to 2012. Nevertheless, some Pitcairn mothers sought increased healthcare safeguards by traveling to New Zealand for pregnancy and childbirth. In a historic milestone in 2005, Shirley and Simon Young became the first married outsider couple to secure citizenship on Pitcairn. As of April 2021, the resident population remains at 47, though it's uncommon for all residents to be on the island simultaneously due to various reasons such as family visits, medical needs, or attendance at international conferences. Number 13, Bahrain. Bahrain, officially the Kingdom of Bahrain, stands as an island nation in West Asia, gracefully positioned on the Persian Gulf. Comprised of a small archipelago of 50 natural islands and an additional 33 artificial islands, Bahrain Manama serves both as the capital and the largest city. Over the years, Bahrain has experienced notable population growth, reaching 1.2 million in 2010 with a diverse demographic composition. While a majority identify as Middle Eastern, a substantial South Asian community, particularly from Kerala in India, has found home in the country. With a population density of 1,646 people per square kilometer in 2010, Bahrain is the 4th most densely populated sovereign state globally. Concentration is notably higher in the north, forming a quasi-metropolitan area, while the southern governorate remains less densely populated. Bahrain relies heavily on food imports to sustain its growing population, with significant dependencies on meat imports from Australia and sourcing 75% of its total fruit consumption needs from international markets. These ongoing efforts aim to strengthen Bahrain's economic resilience and cultural appeal in the face of regional competition. Number 12, Nauru. Nauru, officially the Republic of Nauru, stands as a distinctive island city and Monaco. Despite its diminutive size, Nauru supports a population of about 10,800, making it the world's 3rd smallest by population, larger only than Vatican City and Tuvalu. Inhabited since about 1000 BCE by people from Micronesia, Nauru underwent a colonial history, annexed by the German Empire in the late 19th century and later becoming a League of Nations mandated administered by Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. During World War II, the island was occupied by Japanese forces before gaining independence in 1968. The demographic landscape of Nauru, scrutinized through national census, reveals a population of 11,680 as of October 2021, with a density of 1,430 inhabitants per square mile. The overall life expectancy here is about 63.9 years, and the population dynamics witnessed steady growth until 2006, when the repatriation of thousands of Tuvaluan and Kiribati workers prompted a shift. Since 1992, Nauru has maintained a positive stand as a census-designated place within the Grand Canyon in Coconino County, Arizona in the United States. This unique settlement, as of the 2010 census, had a population of 208 residents. The area is characterized by its exceptional remoteness and can only be accessed by helicopter, on foot, or by mule. Situated 12 kilometers away from the nearest road, Supai holds the distinction of being the most remote community in the contiguous United States, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Mail delivery in Supai is particularly distinctive, as it's the sole place in the United States where mail is transported in and out exclusively by mules. Perishable goods dating back to 1989 are stored in a refrigerator in Peach Springs, Arizona, before being loaded onto mules for transport. Supai did face a significant flood in 1910 that impacted the town. In the 1960s, Martin Goodfriend, a tourist advocate for the Supai people, countering the perception of Supai as a mythical Shangri-La. A columnist for the Arizona Republic, Don Dodaro, shed light on over 2,000 feet in elevation from Hualapai Hilltop through the picturesque Hualapai Canyon. This challenging journey offers a direct and immersive experience of the surrounding landscape. Number 10. Thamestown. So, Thamestown, nestled approximately 30 kilometers from central Shanghai in the Songjiang district, is a peculiar destination. This new town, named after the River Thames in London, United Kingdom, is a whimsical attempt at replicating British market town styles. Cobbled streets, Victorian terraces, corner shops, and iconic red telephone boxes transport visitors to an unusual fusion of English charm in the heart of China. Commissioned as part of the One City, 9 Towns initiative in 2001, Thamestown was designed by the architectural firm Atkins and completed in 2006. It spans an area of less than half a square mile with the intention of accommodating over 10,000 residents. However, the reality turned out quite differently. High house prices deterred permanent residents, leading to an unexpected consequence. Thamestown became known as it's a unique blend of British aesthetics viewed through a unique lens that's been described as a grotesque and extremely funny parody of an old English town by Jonathan Glancy. Well, despite that emptiness and the term virtual ghost town used by Business Insider, Thamestown continues to attract attention as a backdrop for wedding photography. The juxtaposition of its replicated English charm against its deserted reality renders Thamestown an oddity, offering a surreal experience for those who venture into this unconventional urban environment. Number 9. Longyearbyen, Svalbard. Longyearbyen, dubbed the Longyear Town, holds the unique distinction of being the world's northernmost settlement with a population exceeding 1,000 people. It's situated on the left bank of the Longyear Valley and along the shores of the Adventfjorden. The town is nestled in Svalbard, Norway, making the largest inhabited area of this archipelago. Longyearbyen stretches along the picturesque estuary leading into Isfjorden town in 1943. However, resilient efforts led to post-war reconstruction. Now, historically, it was a company town. Longyearbyen experienced a shift in the 1990s as most mining operations relocated to Svegruva. By 2017, SNSK ceased coal productions due to substantial financial losses incurred in 2014, prompted by adverse market conditions. Home to institutions like the University Center in Svalbard, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, and Svalbard Satellite Station, Longyearbyen became a hub for scientific exploration. Practical measures in this remote town include unique laws seldom seen elsewhere. Regulations include a ban on cats, restrictions on monthly alcohol purchases, and a mandate for individuals venturing outside to carry a rifle for polar bear protection. An intriguing anecdote surrounds the claim that it is quote-unquote illegal to die in Longyearbyen. While not strictly true, the town faces a peculiar situation stemming from a 1950 decision. Bodies buried in the permafrost during the 1918 flu pandemic, discovered 1,400 kilometers north-northeast of Perth in the Pilbara region of Western Australia, stands as a haunting testament to the devastating consequences of asbestos mining. The town was established in the 1940s as a company town for blue asbestos mining, which became a lucrative industry in the mid-20th. Whitnoom's rise to prominence came during the 1950s when it became Pilbara's largest town, with a peak population of 881 residents recorded in the 1961 census. The town supplied Australia's only source of blue asbestos during this period. However, its prosperity was short-lived, as health concerns surrounding asbestos mining grew, leading to the closure of the mine in 1966. By the early 2000s, the town had become declared a contaminated site comprising 50,000 hectares and earning the dubious distinction of being the largest contaminated site in the Southern Hemisphere. The town's official status was revoked by the government of Western Australia in December of 2006, leading to the removal of its name from maps and road signs. The process of de-gazetting the town site was officially highlighted the extreme danger posed by asbestos contamination in Wittenoom and the surrounding areas. The risks were categorized as medium for visitors and extreme for residents. In response to these findings, the Western Australian government commenced the demolition of the remaining structures in May of 2023, sealing the fate of Wittenoom as a cautionary tale of the devastating consequences of an unchecked industrial practice. Number 7. Shibam, Yemen. Nestled in Yemen, Shibam Hadramaut emerges as a town of unparalleled architectural wonder, distinguished by its mud brick-made high-rise buildings that have earned it the captivating title of the Manhattan of the Desert. Housing approximately 7,000 residents, Shibam serves as the hub of the district of Shibam within the governorate of Hadramaut. This ancient town has a hot desert climate, where June, with an average temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, stands as the hottest month, while January is the coldest, with temperatures averaging 65 degrees. Shibam's distinct architecture, primarily constructed from mud brick, has garnered it recognition as a UNESCO World Heritage as the walled city of Shibam, adding another layer to its mystique. However, the architectural wonders of Shibam face ongoing threats from wind, rain, and heat erosion, necessitating constant upkeep to preserve the integrity of these mud brick buildings. The town did experience significant changes in 2008 when flooding from a tropical storm compromised the foundations of many structures, leading to their collapse. But despite those challenges, Shibam remains an enduring testament to human ingenuity and resilience, capturing the imagination of all who encounter its ancient skyline. Number 6. The floating village of Ganve, Benin. In the annals of colonial Brazil, a unique narrative unfolded as runaway slaves and free natives sought refuge deep within the Amazon to escape the harsh grip of Portuguese slavery. Amidst dense vegetation, intricate waterways, and the perils of wildlife and disease, these communities found solace, well hidden from the relentless pursuit of slave traders. Meanwhile, in a different corner of the world near Benin, a small group of people crafted a lake. The distinctive feature of Ganvi is the unique architecture, with only a school standing on solid ground among its 3,000 buildings. Even a cemetery mound under construction will exist on water. The villagers navigate their aquatic world almost exclusively by boat. Domesticated land animals are a rarity here, confined to patches of grass emerging from the water. In the absence of traditional livestock, it relies on an intricate network of underwater fencing to corral and cultivate various fish populations, showcasing the village's resourcefulness. Located several kilometers from the nearest shoreline, Ganvi is a 4-hour boat journey from the capital, making it Africa's largest lake village. The legacy of Ganvi is a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of a community that turned adversity into an opportunity to thrive amidst the serene waters of the lake. Number 5. Slab City, California. Slab City, aptly nicknamed the last free place on Earth, stands as an eccentric anomaly in the climate, all without the encumbrance of fees. These temporary residents populate this vast expanse, residing in a motley array of shelters. While many arrive in RVs, some opt for more unconventional dwellings, repurposed abandoned structures like defunct buses or improvised driftwood shacks. In contrast, a handful of intrepid souls, colloquially dubbed slabbers, choose to endure the searing summer heat, with temperatures soaring above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. For the permanent residents of Slab City, economic constraints, often tethered to reliance on government assistance, draw them to this off-grid haven in the desert, living with limited access to amenities such as electricity, fresh water, and sewage treatment. The residents have adapted by harnessing solar power and creating rudimentary waste management systems. A communal shower fed by a nearby hot spring stands as an example to their resourcefulness. Now, beyond the challenges of survival, the lack of formal governance and regulation is a magnetic force for those seeking a life unbridled by societal constraints. In this self-governed enclave, there is a collectively built archway at its entrance. The space serves not only as an artistic canvas, but also as a communal living area surrounded by trailers inhabited by residents. Among notable figures associated with Slab City is Leonard Knight, the creator of the iconic Salvation Mountain that graces the entrance to this unconventional community. For over 2 decades, Knight, residing out of his truck, dedicated himself to crafting the vibrant art mountain. His departure, prompted by failing health, did not diminish his local legend status. Leonard Knight, even in his absence, continues to be revered as one of the most free-spirited, if not hippy-dippy places in the country. Number 4. Tianducheng. Tianducheng, located in the Hangzhou district off the east coast of China, stands as a fascinating experiment in real estate development, offering a glimpse into a peculiar blend of European charm and Chinese ingenuity. Conceived around 2007, this Paris-themed gated community was designed to accommodate about 10,000 residents, replicating the allure of the French capital. It's a series of architectural replicas, including a towering 300-foot Eiffel Tower, a rendition of Champs-Élysées adorned with imitation Parisian restaurants, a chapel of love catering to couples seeking faux luxurious photo opportunities, and a chateau perched on a hill. The surreal experience continues as visitors explore the Champs-Élysées, encountering an unsettling absence of foot traffic. This place appears frozen in time, with stone busts of poets repurposed for practical use serving as places to hang laundry. The imitation storefronts with misspelled cursive writing and fading paint contribute to the overall sense of abandonment. Intricate statues of horses stand juxtaposed with women selling cotton candy and adding to the surreal atmosphere of what can only be described as a bizarro Paris, a hauntingly empty replica of the city of love. In the end, Tianducheng presents a funky little paradox, a place where you can be physically present, yet the emptiness and haunting ambiance might leave you feeling as if you're in two places at once, experiencing a